All right. Show's yours.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday. I know you guys are used to seeing um, my friend, my chef buddy, she is actually in the audience, but she's supposed to be on vacation. But her and Heidi are here to help me out. So we're going to do a stir fry bok choy. Okay, and the sauce is really easy and simple. Before I go over the ingredients, though, the first thing I want to do is get a pot of water boiling so we can blanch the bok choy. And you can season your water with salt. I'm just going to season mine with some Mrs. Dash garlic and herb so that the bok choy already has some flavor. If you don't have bok choy, it's fine. You can do broccoli, you can do cauliflower, you can do Brussels sprouts. I have some Brussels sprouts left over from earlier. Um, I also have some broccoli that I put in the rice cooker and just set it to steam. And then we are going to put a very little canola oil, just very little, like half a tablespoon, because y'all already know I don't measure that. And then we're just gonna cut it on high. We're gonna put on that a little on that to get it to boiling. Also, I have a bowl here with ice. I'm gonna put water in it really quick. So when you blanch a vegetable, you cook it in rolling boiling water for maybe 2 to 4 minutes, and then you blanch it in ice water so that it stops the cooking process. So the green is still a really pretty green color and it's really tender. So I'm just gonna get some water really quick. You want to fill the bowl about halfway up.
Hey, Regina, can you explain what
Yeah.
blanching is?
Yes, that's what I was explaining. I was saying that when you blanch a vegetable, you cook it in rolling boiling water for 2 to 4 minutes, and then you immediately put it in an ice water bath. You want to stop the cooking process so that the green is still pretty and green and it's still tender with a little bit of bite, because you don't want it soggy. And then after we put it in our ice bath, we will just take it out, and you can do paper towel. Um, but mine's all, I know she's one about, having things you can reuse. So what I usually do is take some clean kitchen towels or clean dish towels. I actually have some that have never been used. And then I'm going to let the water drain off the bok choy after that. So we're going to go over our ingredients. If you did not see the post, we have our bok choy right here. So you might have some that are bigger. You might have the baby ones. This size is fine. We have oyster sauce. And I know you're probably thinking, you're vegan. What are you doing with oyster sauce? Oyster sauce. There's vegan oyster sauce. There's vegan fish sauce. I promise you, if you were used to having it in your regular eating habits, they have it in a plant-based lifestyle. We have our pure sesame oil. And if you don't like sesame oil, it's okay. I know it can be overpowering, but we're only going to use a little bit. Now, right here, you have a number of options. You can use low sodium soy sauce. You can use regular soy sauce. You can use tamari, which is a darker soy sauce that is gluten-free. Or you can use coconut aminos. And because I have a gluten sensitivity, I'm going to use coconut aminos. Just with all things, be mindful of the sodium content because it can be salty. And then we have sugar. This right here is about a tablespoon and a half because we're not using a whole lot. Or you can just use your sweetener of choice. Like if you want to use agave, if you want to use monk fruit, if you want to use turbinado sugar, whatever your choice of sweetener is, we're going to go with that. And so what I'm going to do while we're waiting on the water to come up to a boil, if anybody has any questions, any comments, anything you want to ask me, we also have our ginger and we also have our garlic. So if nobody has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and turn this skillet on low.
So
And while
Rosalind,
we talk and chit chat, huh?
Rosalind says she likes sesame oil.
Oh, cool.
Me
Yes,
too.
I mean, I love it. You know, I love it. I think it's great. So for any beginners out there who don't know how to get the garlic out of the peel, you just want to take the garlic, lay it on the cutting board, take the back of your knife and lay it on it, take the back of your hand and just come straight down and hit it. And it's gonna just open up just like that. It's so easy. And I love garlic. For this recipe, since I have 3, I'm going to use 2 cloves of garlic per bok choy piece, but you can use more if you like. If you like it that intense, you can use less if you like. So I'm just going to get these open.
Are you mincing it or chopping it, or what are you doing?
I am just smashing the garlic. I'm just smashing them all instead of doing them one at a time. It just makes it so much simpler. And I did turn the heat on the skillet.
Okay. I'm trying to finish up everything before vacation tomorrow. So I'm gonna be using some garden stuff for my garden. So I have water spinach, I have some kale, and I have some yam leaves.
Yay!
Refrigerator clean out.
Yeah, whatever vegetable you have is fine. I can feel a little bit of heat coming from the skillet, so I like sesame oil. So I'm gonna add about between 1/2 and 1 whole tablespoon. If you don't like it like that, you can use any neutral tasty oil that you want. You can use canola oil, grapeseed oil, extra light olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, whatever oil you choose to use, especially if you're not big on it. And then we're just going to chop the broccoli, just a rough dice, should I say, a rough dice. They don't all have to be uniform. They don't all have to be, exactly the same. I mean, when you're cooking, you're supposed to make it fun. It shouldn't be a chore like, oh my God, I gotta cook. It should be like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm cooking today, and just get excited about your food.
I'm always excited about my food.
Every time I see you, you're eating. Like every time I see you, you're either having some veggies or you're snacking on some fruit. Like you're always snacking on healthy stuff.
So Rosalind is tuning in from work, but she wants to make both choices this weekend.
All right. That is awesome. So we are just going to, let's check our water. Okay, I can see the seasonings are moving around. Make sure it's on high so we can get it to come to a boil fairly quickly.
So there is a question for you, Regina.
Yes.
So Rosalind says, did you guys mention a substitute with the sauce? For example, shrimp versus bok choy.
A substitute for which sauce?
The sauce that you're using, as well as the protein. Rosalind, can you elaborate?
No,
So substitute, you can use like different vegetables as well. You can use
this sauce. You can actually use it on any kind of vegetable. You can use it on any type of protein. Like if you're still eating meat, if that's your thing, you can put this sauce on your protein when it comes out of the air fryer or oven or whatever you choose to use. So the possibilities are endless. Like it's really versatile because the ingredients are so simple. You can have it with a meat protein, or you can have it with just vegetables. Serve it with some brown rice. So I have my sesame oil heated up, and I'm going to add my garlic. We love to hear the sizzle. I'm going to turn the heat down on low. And we're just going to let the garlic go for about 2-3 minutes. Just until it starts getting soft. We don't want it to burn. Trust me. You never want to eat anything and you can tell that the garlic was burnt.
No burnt garlic.
Not good at all. Not good at all. Now we're just going to let that go. Keep stirring that. Hey guys. Hey Rochelle. Thank you for joining. Hey Instagram. Hey Facebook. We are making stir fry bok choy. So simple, so easy. Just some oyster sauce, coconut amino, sesame oil, some sugar, of course garlic. Okay, now while the garlic is going, I'm going to do the ginger. If you've never done ginger before, just break you off a piece and take a spoon. And when you take the spoon, just scrape it, and then that outside layer will come off. And we only need about a teaspoon. And I'm going to grate mine instead of chopping it up. I just think it's so much easier. Just about a teaspoon or less, because we don't want the ginger to overpower the sauce. All right. Now your garlic should be getting tender right about now.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to add our oyster sauce. We're going to do about 1/4 cup. Between 1/4 and 1/2 cup, depending on how much sauce you want. Stir that in there. Yeah, we're going to just work that in for about 30 seconds or so. And then we're going to come in with our coconut aminos or your soy, if you're using soy sauce or tamari. And that's going to be about 1/4 cup. Like I said, we have to be mindful of the salt level because of the oyster sauce and the soy. So we're just going to let that go.
So what's the sauce supposed to taste like? Kind of sweet and savory?
It's like it hits all the notes. Salty, sweet, savory. That's why it's so versatile. It goes with anything. So we're going to cut our heat on low. And we're just going to stir it up. Just like we did the oyster sauce for about 30-45 seconds. Just stir it and let that go. All right. And like I said, if you have a lot of vegetables and you want more sauce, then you just add more of the ingredients. And then once you get the sauce made and you taste it to see, okay, it needs a little more sweetener, or it needs, I want a little bit more sesame oil to be like towards the front.
So far we got garlic, soy sauce, and oyster sauce.
Yes. And now we're going to add our sweetener. You can use agave, you can use sugar, whatever your choice of sweetener.
And how much?
Let's start with a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half. Because you can always add more sweetener or sugar if you want to. But you don't add too much, and then it's too sweet, and then there's really nothing you can do to take away that sweetness. Is your water boiling yet, Mai?
I'm not gonna boil it because it's gonna cook real quick. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm loosely following you. Do the sauce.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so let me move this out the way. Now, if the bok choy is kind of big, you can cut it in half, just like that. Or you can cut it in half again if you want to, but I'm just going to cut mine in half. I see the steam coming from my water, so I'm going to move the lid out the way. Now, right now, turn your sauce on low, like really low. Like you barely want it to bubble because we don't want those sugars to burn. And since mine isn't boiling anything, I'm just going to go ahead and cut my bok choy in half and throw it in. Let's get all the kitties in the pool so we can do all this at one time. Hey guys, thank you for joining. Let me get another so we can get. You want to make sure the bok choy is submerged in the water or whatever vegetable you are choosing to use. And we're only going to have it in there for, mine are a medium size, so let's do 3 minutes. I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes while that is going. I have my sauce on low. At this point, I'm going to taste the sauce to see if it needs anything. That's pretty good. I think I want a little bit more sweetener, but I don't want to do sugar. I think I'm going to do agave. Just a little, like half a tablespoon. I think I'm just going to do half a tablespoon of agave instead of sugar. And that's why it's important to taste your food as you cook, to season as you cook. It's important to season in layers.
Yes. It's very important to season.
Very important. Yes. You don't want to get all the way to the end if you're ready to eat and you're like, whoa, I put too much soy or I put too much oyster sauce and then it's too salty and then you can't even eat what you just made. Exactly. Hey Joyce, thank you for joining. Hey everybody that's waving. So the bok choy is going, the sauce is going, we have it on a timer. I'm going to grab my towels.
So I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Let's say you do kind of burn your sauce. Is there a way to save it, or do you have to start over?
Well, the thing about because once those sugars burn, it'll taste burnt. Like no matter what you try to do to it. That's why I always say once you get the garlic going, cut it on low. I mean, you can always cut it up if you need to, but just once you get the garlic in there, just cut it on low as possible. So it's only bubbling a tiny little bit. Like it's barely bubbling, and that's how we want it. So we don't risk burning it because if it does burn, you're just gonna have to throw it out and start over. And we don't want to waste ingredients. So what all vegetables you said you had, mine?
So I have some mini bell peppers. Ooh, and then I have water spinach, kale, and yam leaves, sweet potato leaves.
Awesome. Okay, so at this point, our sauce is done. It's just about getting your vegetables together. So now, since you are having everything raw, you can have one or two options. There's my timer. You can throw it in the pan with your sauce and toss it in your sauce, or you can put it on a plate and just drizzle the sauce over the vegetables on your plate. So it's up to you which way you want to plate it.
I'm gonna stir fry it to reduce the volume as well.
Okay.
There's a lot of it.
Okay, so you go ahead and start doing that with your vegetables. I want Yeah, I want my bok choy a little bit softer. I only put them on 3 minutes because I had baby bok choy the other day, so I put it on 3 minutes. But I think these are gonna have to go like 3 more minutes, so for a total of 6 minutes because they are a little thicker. Now, I'm gonna move this out the way and come back with the plates. And I like bok choy because it's so rich in nutrients like iron and calcium and vitamin K and zinc. It helps with inflammation. So it helps build bone health, helps maintain bone health and bone strength.
Do you grow bok choy at all?
Do I grow it?
Yeah.
Oh no, I've never tried to grow it. This year in the garden, I didn't do corn, I didn't do squash, I didn't do zucchini, but I did basically everything else. So we have tomatoes, bell pepper, jalapeno pepper. We have grapevine that runs past the kitchen. We did watermelon, honeydew melon, cantaloupe, cucumbers, and then of course I did all the herbs. And I saw you with how you do your microgreens.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try that. I guarantee you, I'm gonna try that.
All right. So these are wanted to show you real quick.
Okay.
These are, what do you call these? These are I'm wrong way. It's basil. This is the black Simon basil or something. It's a dark purple leaf to it.
Oh,
So I
okay.
grew this as microgreen and I just transfer it to this is a heavy cream jar with a little thing. So I'm growing that. So there's another little guy in a hot sauce container. You can see the roots. See that? It's a little bit.
Oh wow.
Let me get closer.
Okay.
So it's just water with the little plant food.
Uh-huh.
And the pink stuff is the pool noodle that holds the plant in there. So I need to put something dark over it so it doesn't develop algae.
Okay.
But I also transfer my cherry tomatoes in this. So they're good. So this is my little DIY hydroponic container. So it's covered by socks.
Yeah, I saw you doing. I saw you use what you got, right? Use what you got.
It's good for recycling. It's a good project to do together. So I'm looking forward to all my greens.
So how are your vegetables looking? Uh-huh.
Looking, yeah, it just needs to cook down a little bit more. Still very full. I think we should have a bigger cake.
See my bok choy, but how the leaves are still bright green and vibrant, but it's wilted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what. Yeah, so I'm gonna put all of them in an ice bath. Just so they can cool off. And I'm gonna turn on that pot. And so what I like to do whenever I boil a vegetable, if you can see how the water has like a green tint.
Yeah.
So those are vitamins and nutrients from the vegetable that have tinted the water green. So what I do is I don't pour that out. I save it, I let it cool off, and then I use that to water my vegetables. Because hey, they want vitamins too.
Yeah, that's smart.
So I'm taking my bok choy out of the ice bath. I have it on a nice clean towel. We're going to drain that water because we don't want it soggy. We don't want our plate to be soggy. So let's see. You can do bok choy. You can do broccoli. You can do cauliflower. You can do Brussels sprouts. You can do fresh green bean. This recipe works with any vegetable. Like I said before, it works with any protein that you have. If you're doing chicken or turkey, or if you're doing tofu, or if you're doing mushrooms, if you're doing tempeh, it works with all of those.
Have you ever tried pomfru? It's made instead of tofu. It's made from pumpkin.
Oh wow!
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
I've heard about it. You know, because a lot of people can't do soy. So
Yeah.
I've seen it on social media. I've seen it on social media. I know it's there, just not in my area. Have I seen it?
I haven't seen them either.
Yeah. So, but I would be willing to try it. It'd be kind of exciting. So we have our bok choy. It's all limp. It's draining quite nicely on the towel. And Mai is getting her vegetables together. And I like how it's still pretty and green.
Yeah.
Get all those vitamins, all those nutrients. I have my plate. And I turned my sauce off because it's the consistency that I want. That's kind of how you want it to, where it kind of coats the back of the spoon. So that, it'll adhere to whatever vegetable you are using. I'm going to move this kale water out of the way. And guess what I did? So, Heidi did the post and she did a little video about hydration station.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really neat. So I went and did a hydration station.
Oh, how cute. That looks like a little spa.
So what I did was I took just a container that I had in the cabinet, and I took these scraps. So the salad I made today was grapefruit and orange and fresh lime juice. So basically, I took all the skins from all the fruit I used today and just put it in that container with water. And just put ice in the middle so to stay cold. And just been refilling my reusable cup and using that.
I love it. What a great idea.
On water bottles. Yeah, this sauce is done. I have my plate.
Like you said, you gotta make it attractive, right?
Huh?
You eat with your eyes and you drink with your eyes as well.
This phone doesn't want to stay today. I don't know. I'm gonna have to have my grandson be my assistant because the phone just doesn't stay today. It's just being like, I don't know. Like it works fine all day.
We lost Regina. Oh, there you go.
It works fine all day, but for some reason today,
He didn't want to.
no. So production, I need y'all to come get y'all equipment together. Seriously, get your equipment together. So I'm not gonna plate all 6 of these because I'm not gonna eat all 6. So I'm just gonna plate 3, and then I'm just gonna drizzle over the top. I'm just going to drizzle over the top. So how's it look, Mike?
Well, that's good. Are you ready for the review yet?
Yes. Let me grab a fork because I'm a little greedy sometimes. Yes. I got a fork and I got a knife. Let me move these out the way. Yeah, I had to get a fork because I like to eat.
All right. I'm going to take a picture real quick on that.
Okay.
So here it is.
Look at that. Oh my God, it looks so good. You did an awesome, well, of course you did an awesome job. You're a chef. So you guys see?
Cheese.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome.
Together super quick.
Let's look at Instagram. Yeah, so this recipe, it literally takes like less than 20 minutes. And then you try to, when you're coming up with a recipe, you try to kind of just look at the stuff that you already have in your cabinet so you're not spending extra money. And look, you can just use stuff right out of the garden. Just right out of the garden.
All right, I'm going to taste.
Yeah, so.
Hopefully it's not burnt.
So I'm going to taste.
Mmm.
I am going to taste. And like I said, you season it how you like it. That's why I always say taste it while you still have it cooking in case you need to change things up.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm like, ah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I can't talk. I can't talk, but it is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good.
Yum.
Have you
ever tried sweet potato leaves? Have you ever eaten sweet potato leaves before? They're kind of like spinach, very mild.
Oh wow! Okay.
And they're super easy to grow because you buy a sweet potato or a yam, you just put it in the ground and it sprouts the leaves, and you just cut it, and then new shoots come out.
Oh wow! Now I know. I went to water the grapes yesterday, and I was looking at those grape leaves like, what can I do with you guys? Y'all are just hanging out, not doing nothing. Like, how am I going to use them?
They have grape leaves wrap stuff all the time, Mediterranean.
Hey, Mom. Oh yeah, yeah. We could do a wrap, especially if I can find some that are big enough to like stuff. Maybe with some brown rice or cauliflower rice, plant-based sausage.
Oh, there you go. That'll be good.
Some peppers. Yeah.
Oh.
Yum. There's only one thing missing.
What? Amino. We got our water.
Yeah, we got our water for the water challenge.
Yeah, so thank you for sharing your recipe and cooking with us today.
You're welcome. Anytime. I love to cook. Ask anybody. Every time they call me, they don't even say, what are you doing? They always say, what are you making? And they're going in the kitchen.
What's in the kitchen today? What's on the menu?
Yes, exactly.
So next week I'll be out on vacation. You're going to be cooking again. Do you have an idea what you want to make? Show our viewers what to make, or are you going to have to think about it?
I'm kind of leaning toward my pulled pork recipe.
Okay.
Because when they hear banana peel, they're like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's like we throw away the banana peels, but you're gonna show us how to use it and eat it.
So I'm
that's
really
very innovative.
That. Yeah,
so
people, more. They think, oh, vegan pulled pork. Oh, she's gonna use jackfruit. No, I'm gonna use banana peel, white onion. I love pink lady apples and Fuji apples. So yeah, I think that's the one we're gonna do, the vegan pulled pork. And the thing about that is you can eat it plain with a fork. You can put it on the slider bun if you're carb counting. I really like the Mr. Tortilla brand Street tacos, they have 1 gram net carb, and you can have a pulled pork street taco. And since the pulled pork doesn't take a long time, we might make the apple coleslaw out of my cookbook to go with it. So you have a whole meal.
Oh, how exciting. Yes, let's share the recipe so that people can they can get a week ahead so they can go shopping.
Yes.
And get all the stuff we need. Hopefully, I mean, I've never heard of using banana peels, but this is a great idea. So like, do you have to use the right banana peel, or how do you
so what I normally do is I don't want a banana peel that's too yellow, only because you want it to get soft. So you want a banana that's been sitting on a counter for a couple of days. You want it to have like a little discoloration. Not rotten, not rotten with like really bad black spots, but you want it to have a little discoloration, only because that yellow color is so predominant. So even when you add all the seasonings that you're gonna add, you're gonna see a little bit of yellow still, but I guarantee you won't even taste banana. You be like, oh my God, this is the best. This is just like an actual pulled pork sandwich.
Okay, and what kind of sauce are you going to be using? You're making homemade sauce?
Barbecue sauce. Now I have my own barbecue sauce recipe that I make, but any store brand barbecue sauce will work. If you're on a budget, Dollar Tree is stepping up their game with seasonings and sauces and dressings, and so just some regular barbecue sauce is what we're going to finish the cooking process in once we get everything going. So it's like banana peel, apple, onion, and then probably some regular seasonings that you already have in your cabinet, like garlic powder, onion powder, paprika. Yeah, you guys should already have like that stuff you just have in your kitchen.
And how many bananas peel are you using?
I want to say we're just gonna do a small batch. So just 2.
Okay.
It'll be like 2 bananas, 1 apple, half of an onion, 1 clove of garlic. If you don't have fresh garlic, it's fine. Just do a tablespoon of garlic powder. We're just gonna roll with the punches.
Okay, that is so exciting! Yay!
Okay,
so we'll share more information in the events with the shopping list and everything you need. But it looks like you should have most of the things. You just need a banana sitting down there for a couple of days. You don't want it to be rotten, but you don't want it to be green. So you want it to be a nice, ripe banana, right?
Yeah.
Some spots are okay.
Yeah, some spots are okay, but you just want it to be ripe. And then when we take off the peel, just take your banana, do like I do. I have a drawer, Ziploc bags, freezer bags. Just put it in a little sandwich bag and put it in the fridge and use it the next day for a smoothie, or freeze it and dip it in chocolate. Whatever your heart desires.
All right, sounds good. All right, so we are done for the day.
Okay.
Have a great dinner. Looking forward to next class.
Yes. All right. Okay. All right.
I'm going to end the broadcast now. Bye.
All right. Bye.